Hey, yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast presented by DJ City and Beat Source, and we have invaded the Sound Collective. I'm one of your hosts, DJ Crooked. We got Jamie the Great here.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to DJ Never, Never Forever. That's our brother, and we're here in New York, and we were two of my favorite guys in New York. Like, I love these motherfuckers. I met these motherfuckers, I think, for the first time at One Oak. And one of them like recorded my set without telling me.
I told you after.
He tried to distribute the shit, make mixtapes, and
oh shit! I did. I gave it to all the Africans I knew.
No, but these are two of my favorite. These dudes have been in the game. Some of the best dudes in the industry. I'm telling you, like when it comes to like working DJs in the city, these are these motherfuckers. They've been DJing at like one of the longest running hip hop like strip club parties, maybe even before 11 came through. They've been DJing this party. It's legendary. Since Sundays at Sapphires. They've DJed at almost every club in the city. And they are like, yo, if I'm off and I want to hang out and I want to like hang with some real motherfuckers, some real working class motherfuckers, like these are the dudes I want to hang out with. We got DJ Marty playing LB1 in the building. Was good.
What up, what up, what up?
Was good, fellas. Do you remember that? I was at One Oak. And I was spinning. I forgot. I think LB you opened or
we were
spinning together.
Yep.
You guys were always there, and that's when they had turntables.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna do some tricks. You were picking up the turntable mid set, turning it around, doing weird stuff.
You turned one. I think it was the right hand side.
Yeah. I do like an L shaped thing when I DJ with
that's
the turntables. Yeah, because I'm mostly right handed.
Wait, how the fuck did you record a set without telling him?
I have this thing that I bring my little recorder.
Yeah, like a Zoom recorder, right?
Yeah, and I record anytime I know there's going to be like a guest appearance, a performance, or a DJ I think is going to give a good set for the night, and that night was good. Yeah,
that night was legendary.
Certified platinum somewhere.
Yeah, but he doesn't tell you. You don't warn the motherfucker.
Well, that night, it's not that I didn't want to tell you.
Yeah.
I think we were a few drinks in already before you got on, while I was on.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, and then when I was trying to talk to you, I was like, oh, this guy's like ignoring me. He's turning around. He's
too focused.
Yeah. And then that was it. I was like, all right, I'll just tell him after.
But it came off like a little like shady because this.
I know. I apologize, but it was no shade. Man.
No. I think he just like he like texted me or DM'd me and was like, "Yo, so I recorded your set. Like, you let me know if you want the link." And I was just like, "Yo, like you recorded my set? Like, why?
Did you listen to it?
I can't listen to that shit.
Why?
Because I'll be like, yo, this is horrible. I'll be like, yo, I fucked this up. I should have done this. I should have done that.
Why didn't you edit this part out?
Nah. Yeah, nah.
Bleep it.
So I was just like, yo, why'd you? I know I gave you that energy. I was like, yo, why did you record my shit and whatnot? Tell me.
And then that's when we went to the bar and you were after the club and you were like, all right.
What? I didn't do that.
Yeah.
He was ready a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Sandy was dying laughing. Yo, this motherfucker recording my set, bro. Ignoring me, turning around. I was like, shit. And then the next day, that's why I was like, yo, I recorded your set because I was like, all right, he's probably back to normal.
Oh, here we go.
To normal.
Same energy, huh?
Oh yeah. You know, I apologize. It wasn't.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Yeah. I should have told you ahead of time.
It's on Rotation in Canal Street.
You know what? Like, I used to do this spot at in Boston. I think it's Marielle's Underground, and I think the owner like used to record the DJ sets.
Oh wow!
But I thought it was just like I think it just happened like one after another. Like I just spun there, and then I was in New York, and he recorded, and I was just like, yo, why is motherfuckers recording sets? What is this?
They're just fans of you, bro.
I don't know. I saw it from like a weird. I saw it from my perspective of.
Of course, I would too.
Yeah,
but I record a lot of sets.
So who's some of the sets that you have? Like
DJ wise, not many.
No,
but my goal is to record. I want to archive the performances. You know?
What's good, everyone? This is P-Dot from Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast. Whether you're just discovering the podcast or a day one listener, if you've been loving the content and want more, here's your chance to support the pod, get closer to the action, and unlock exclusive content by joining our Patreon. For just $5 a month, you can join our Tier 1 R.O.A.D subscription. This is for our loyal listeners who want early access to new episodes 3 to 4 weeks ahead, your name in the credits of every video episode, and access to our exclusive R.O.A.D edits pack. For the hardcore supporters, we've got our Tier 2 R.O.A.D for Life subscription for just $10 a month. This is the all-in package. You'll get everything from Tier 1, plus a monthly bonus episode, early access to our exclusive R.O.A.D 10 and R.O.A.D Talk interviews, behind-the-scenes content, our In the Crate series, along with unreleased projects. This is your chance to support the podcast and get more of the content that you love. Join the family today at patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast. Check the link in our descriptions. We appreciate you, and let's keep this journey going.
Yeah, because I think that night I was DJing, Action Bronson performed.
Action Bronson performed, yeah. Action was there.
Dog, what?
And he was like...
And he if you listen back to it, he wasn't even performing in the nightclub. He took the microphone from me, and then he went down to the bathroom and he was recording while he was pissing in the urinal.
He tends to do that a lot. That's like a signature move.
I was
Labor
like,
Day weekend. That was Labor Day weekend.
That's why I recorded. I was like, I got to have those moments because especially One Oak at that time, you didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So who was going to pop in. So I was like, I was always ready. So I recorded a lot, even up until today. I still record, but not DJs.
Just the performances.
Performances, and if let's say like my set, and then if okay, so after you,
yeah.
I'll be like, yo, I'm recording the night, so we can have the performance.
Yeah.
And I'll tell the DJ getting on if I'm working with another DJ. I'm like, you cool with that? If not, I'll just stop. Like, fuck it.
I remember Action Bronson because like One Oak is like all bottle service. It's like a lot of big money in there, celebrities. And Action Bronson's just like underground rapper at the time.
Yep.
So I remember he was just like talking shit about the crowd.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know who the fuck Action Bronson was.
Some people did.
Some of them.
Yeah.
But he was like talking shit. I forgot what he said exactly, but he was like, it's like, oh, you fucking yuppies in here.
Spending mommy and daddy's money. The fuck? You don't know hip hop?
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like him too.
He's like, he's like, you guys should be on your yachts right now. like
Action Bronson.
He like bankrupting like blue collar working people. You're spending all the fucking money here, just buying bottles.
It's funny, like with Action. I know Action since before. He was even a rapper. I know him from graffiti.
You tagging shit.
Yeah. Action writes Action. He's cool with Mayhem, who's May, and myself. I was part of that world, and we're all from Queens. So growing up, we know a lot of the same people. He knows Uncle Paulie. You guys heard of Uncle Paulie? That's Tribe. You know what I mean? It's like he's from Queens, and so we all knew each other. And that night, Uncle Paulie was there, and they were sitting in the corner. So when I came up into the booth, he's standing right there. He's like, oh shit, LB. And then he tells Action, he's like, yo, look who's DJing tonight. And Action, like, it blew his mind. He was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, yeah, Crooked is going to be here too. Like,
that's when Richie Akiva yelled at me because I played Amen. Remember that song, Amen?
Oh,
I got
Drake
some bad bitches in the building. Amen.
Drake and Meek Mill.
That was like it just came out. And I played it. I ran it back from the beginning. And then I cut someone's verse off. And then he just fucking yelled at me.
That was a big song in the club.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing? You never cut that verse off. You never cut that verse off. And I was like...
You probably cut Drake's verse off because he...
No. I was like, I think I cut off the third verse.
Oh.
He's like, you never cut that verse off. Never. And I fucking had to play it again. And I was like, damn. Shit. When one of those rare times when Richie yells at you, you're like... It's just like, all right, man. I got to get back in it. I can't let that affect my whole night. I got to get back in it. Yo, this motherfucker's yelling at me. The whole time I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever DJ here again, man. Because I fucking didn't let Amen play all the way through.
He's chilling in the cut, smoking a cigarette. Fuck it.
You had him stressed, bro.
Huh? Yeah,
you had him stressed for some reason.
That night?
I don't know what the hell happened that night. I know he was stressed. Dude was chain smoking like crazy.
Oh, for real?
Oh, shit.
These guys are talking shit now. Fuck y'all.
I thought they were for real.
Nah. Crooked's good, man.
Nah. So wait, you guys have always worked with Richie Akiva Butter Group, right?
Well, not with Richie Akiva not because of him, but because of the people he had on that Butter Group
the Butter
team.
Group,
Yeah. Like, Richie Romero.
Shout to Richie Romero, yeah.
Sebastian, a few of the older people that used to work there. And we got plugged in through a promoter to do Butter when they had Butter on Lafayette.
Is that where y'all first met, at Butter?
No, we met in Queens.
We met through a mutual friend who was a DJ. And he just was like, yo, let's go to my boy's house. He got equipment, cut it up. Went to his place. At that time, I was like, nah, I don't like meeting people, He was like, come on. He lives right by you. We went to his place. He was a cool dude. Him and I had things in common. And then it was like, all right, start working together little by little. Just more and more and more and more.
I mean, that's what I love about New York, too, is like when you come up with like a group or a promoter, and if they fuck with you, like, it's like, it never ends. Like you run together like a team forever. Forever and ever. Yeah, and y'all still like running some events and working Richie Akiva and Richie Romero. Marty's being like real conservative right now.
Yeah, he's trying to.
He's
keep
actually
it cool.
like one of the most fun motherfuckers to hang out with, for so many reasons.
Need some liquor here. Where's the tequila?
He's being like real conservative. He looks like he's in court or something.
Yeah. He's being indicted or some shit.
Right by court. That's right.
He's testifying.
Flashbacks.
We had a good time in Toronto, right?
Oh yeah, Toronto was dope.
We did a pop up in Toronto for One Oak, and we were spinning together. That's actually where I met your boy Brian, the Korean DJ.
Shout out to your boy Brian.
Yeah,
shout out to Brian.
So we were like literally in line, like waiting, and they weren't letting us in. And like they weren't gonna let us in.
Yeah, we were waiting, and
like
then
it had to been like 30 minutes. No,
at least
30 minutes,
at least, or 20 minutes for sure.
Yeah,
and then this dude walks up, this little Asian dude with shorts. And we're like,
and it was cold, right?
It was a little chilly, yeah. And Crooked looks at me. He goes, "Yo, is this the plug right here?" And he looked at Crooked. He goes, "Wait, aren't you Crooked? I follow your podcast."
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah."
That's the first time.
You never told me.
No, but that's the first time someone ever came up to me
about the podcast.
Wow.
And then he was like, "Yo, I'll get y'all in."
And he was in shorts, and we were laughing. We were like, "Is this the plug?" And I was like, "Nah, that ain't the plug."
Damn, and that's in another country?
This was in
Toronto.
Canada. And then he was like, "Yo," walked right in.
Yeah, because it was around the Toronto Film Festival.
Yeah,
right?
That's what we did, the pop up.
Yeah, that big shout to your boy Brian. I actually still we and him we still talk, and we talk shit, and we actually game a lot because he's really good at Call of Duty Warzone.
Wow,
he's like really fucking good at it. But he just fucking.
I stay in touch with him too through DM and stuff.
Yeah. So
it's funny.
I remember the night we were hanging out. I feel like there Grand Theft was there. It was like popping.
Scratch Bastard
was there. Spider was
DJing. He was on the decks.
It's kind of one of those fun legendary nights where it's like.
I think we got to pick with everybody too.
We do. You probably got that.
I do. I have it in the archive somewhere. Dondo was there.
Oh, shout out to Dondo.
Shout out to Dondo.
Oh yeah, Dondo was there.
Yeah.
I love Marty always does this thing when we go to a club. Well, back in the day he used to do it. He'd be like, "Yo, I'll be back," And I'm like, "Where you going?" Right?
To the bathroom.
So, no, that's not what he's going to the bathroom. He's like when we go in the club, he does this like wolf prowl thing where he just prowls the
scope the scenery.
Yeah, he prowls the area, and he's trying to see what he wants to bag, who he wants to devour that night.
Oh shit!
He just kind of walks through.
He's Mr.
He's a changed man now, but like back in the day,
Mr. Don't leave your girl around me.
Nah.
Yeah. Look out.
He was one of those dudes. He'd be like, "Yo, you saw that new shorty?" He'd be like, "Yeah, but Marty already, he went through that. He went through that.
Conquer that one." Jeez Louise.
You also trip with me to Atlantic City?
Yeah. That was a dope trip.
He actually was driving. He was like, "Yo, man, like I'll drive you up there."
Oh,
he was
very
like
sweet
off.
of you.
And then we drove out there. She was cool.
We did. You were doing the pool at that time, right?
Harris.
Yeah, the pool party.
The sound in there is just kind of crazy though.
I never DJ'd there.
Crazy like good or crazy like bad?
It's like a dome. It's like a glass dome.
It like bounces off. Right?
Oh.
So the sound is like it's weird. Like when I'm DJing, like there could be a delay in a certain area of the room, or like the sound is just not bouncing right. And they were like, "Yo, where's the after parties? There afters?" There's like, "Nah." There's like, what happened? It was like a strip club or something.
So what we do, we started talking to people, I guess, and they were like, "Oh yeah, go to the strip club. It's open, right?" So we're walking out the fucking club, and I don't know how. There's a fucking limo driver in front. The guy's like, "Where you guys going?" "Oh, we want to go to the strip club." He was like, "I'll take you." And I'm like, "Yo, Crooked, chill. It's probably gonna be mad money." I don't know how much it was, maybe like $30. He like hooked it up or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was something. He was like, "Yo, if you ride here, I'll get you in for free or some shit."
Something
right?
like that.
Yeah.
But we're in this huge limo, like chilling, laughing, out of our fucking minds. End up in this fucking strip club in AC. It's probably like what, 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning.
Maybe, yeah.
And
It was grimy.
it was a grimy spot.
It was grimy. Yeah.
spot. So you walk in, and it's like a fucking hallway, something out of a movie. And then like on one side's the bar, the other side is the dancers, like, and they're like fully naked.
But it's two different buildings.
It's two different buildings.
But
yeah.
they connected the shit like it's like, if you can imagine, there's two buildings and then there's an alleyway in between the buildings, right? Mm-hmm. But they somehow created like a tent, so that like if you're in a strip club, you could go through the tent hallway into the other building that was a bar. And it was only because one building had a liquor license.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And the strip club didn't have a liquor license.
I think usually that's how it works, right? All nude, they can't serve alcohol.
Is it? Wait, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
that is true.
I think
Yeah.
I know in New York that's the case. All nude, no alcohol served. Yeah.
Vegas is like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was all nude though. It wasn't, because it was just like,
No, they were naked.
Yeah.
They were
You know,
taking
he went
everything
home.
out. Everything. I seen some bushes. I was like, "Oh, what's that?"
What is this? The 80s? What's going on, ladies?
Yeah, so we were going to the bar and hanging out at the bar, and then we would like, I don't know, we probably like, double fist some drinks, and then we go. We couldn't even bring the drinks to the other side, right?
I think we could. No, you could. You just couldn't.
Purchase
I don't know.
And
I think we had to drink it over there. You're right.
Yeah.
We had to pound it down and then walk back.
And then it was just like, yo, this shit was grimy.
This dude started taking out singles, going crazy.
Yeah. No, I started taking out singles, but there were groups of like motherfuckers looking at us.
Because we had like every girl in the club on us. This guy took
lying. He's lying.
Nah. He had the money. He was like, "Yo, Marty, here's $100. Here's $100. Throw this, throw that." I'm like, "Yo, stop taking money out."
Here's 100. Here's 100.
He's on the phone getting authorization. Like, hold up. Yes, did
That's
you do
me.
this transaction?
That's me.
Yes.
That's me.
I'm
Yes.
on the phone.
Approve,
Yes,
approve.
safe. Yes,
Approve.
the card is in my possession. Yeah.
But it says that you're in two buildings at once. Just like,
Nah. So this like I remember there was like a group of like I swear there was like a group of Dominicans just looking at us for a second. They was like tight.
Atlanta
I think
is grimy.
No, I think he took one of their girls.
oh.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
Now he's not saying that.
Yeah.
Bro, you like the Pete Davidson of DJing?
Yeah, he is. Yes.
That's who he is?
He is.
Just missing a few tattoos.
Jesus.
Nah, we had some. Yo, these are like the best dudes ever, man. And they crush it every time. I would see them Sin Sundays at Sapphires. They're the best, man.
Yeah, he's talked about you all the time, Marty.
Yeah,
In a good way,
Right?
good way.
Oh, okay. I hope so.
nah, for sure, man.
Me and Marty play. I'm like, gotta meet this guy one day. This is a legend.
Nah, for sure. Wait, so LB, you've been DJing since what? You told me since '88. What? '89? What?
My
89?
first paid party was for a classmate when I was 11 years old in '88.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, got $150.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, my dad was like, if you're gonna get paid that much money, I'll drive you there and back and bring you to all events that you're gonna get paid.
Oh shit, that's dope.
And then he saw it happen. He made me show him the cash when I got in the car. I showed it to him, and he was like, "Okay." He's like, "You need new speakers." And then we went to 14th Street back in the day. Picked out 2 new speakers. He hooked me up. They were like $300, some gem sound or whatever. But they did the job, and I never looked back. Just kept.
We doing like house parties and shit. Like kinda
In Queens, part of Queens I'm from. It was a lot of DJs came from that neighborhood, from Jackson Heights.
Yeah.
A lot of big name DJs, and so looking up to people from my neighborhood and people that I knew, I just became a DJ because I didn't want to play an instrument no more. My mom used to make me play an instrument. I didn't like it. I said I'd rather do this, and took the record, put it on her turntable, and then I started buying records before I became a DJ, just because I liked the music.
Mm-hmm.
And then 11 years old, my neighbor, I found out, he was like, they were DJs. He let me, like, he's like, come over and like learn.
Yeah.
I would climb the fence, go learn while they were drinking 40s and God knows what else they were doing. And then once I did that party, I guess it built like a little confidence in me, 11 years old. And then I started telling people like, hey, you know, I'm a DJ. And I was DJing like hooky jams, and then little by little, like little parties here and there. And then 1994, I DJ'd my first nightclub.
Which one was it?
The spot in Queens called Papagalos.
Papagalos.
Yeah, it was a pretty well-known nightclub back then.
Yeah.
Greek guy owned it. He used to date my mom's youngest sister. And it was, you know, he
That's
was
how
like,
you got tapped in?
he was like, yo, he's like, you're a DJ, you know, like, he just put me in the upstairs room and let me do whatever the hell
And you're still underage at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You were 17, if I'm counting correctly?
So 94, I was like 17, 16, 17.
Damn.
Yeah. I got my GD, and I was like, you know, I don't want to go to school no more. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to play music.
It's a big deal though, especially when you grow up like in like Queens or Brooklyn or you know, like, and then when you get to like spin at a Manhattan nightclub.
Oh yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because a lot of motherfuckers, like, if they're from Queens, they stay in Queens.
Yes.
Or if they're from Brooklyn, they stay in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously now in the past 10 years, it's a little different. But in the 90s and 2000s, if you were a Bridget, quote unquote, a Bridge and Tunnel DJ, if you're from Jersey or Staten or like Queens or Brooklyn, but you made it to like Manhattan, that was like a big fucking deal.
Big milestone.
Yeah. Because now you're in the big leagues. You're in the city. Yeah.
And again, like Richie Romero, that's when like later, like because of people like him who remember me 25 years later today, you know, I'm still working with.
That loyalty is, you know, it's so important because it's like a lot of motherfuckers don't realize. They think it's about followers and engagement and all of this stuff, but in the end, it's really about relationships.
Yeah.
And like, can you depend on this motherfucker to hold it down?
Yeah.
And not act like a fucking degenerate or do anything that like puts anybody or the club in jeopardy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And being professional for like decades. It's important.
Yeah. I've never been starstruck. That's another thing. I think these guys like, oh, he doesn't run up to them, or it just happens.
This motherfucker, he's saying all this shit. How many pieces of vinyl do you have signed?
A lot.
You bother all these artists that...
No.
He's you know what he does?
Hold on. He could be a fan, but not get starstruck.
Yeah, I'm not starstruck by any of these guys. They're listen, a lot of them are happy.
Yeah.
Like, yo, a DJ, somebody's coming up. You know what I mean?
Well, tell them what you do, because you know that someone's going to perform.
Well, yeah. So, again, because that's like recording, right? So I like to collect shit.
Yeah.
I collect, right? I collect a lot of different things. So I realized DJing at all these nightclubs, and every week is performance. I'm like, yo, damn, this is like a DJ's dream, you know what I mean? Being with artists from the East Coast, West Coast, other countries, you know, it's a beautiful thing. So one day, I was DJing at Up and Down, and I was DJing downstairs, and upstairs was Snoop Dogg DJing, Snoopadelic. So I was like, yo, when am I ever going to DJ a nightclub again with Snoop Dogg, you know? Same nightclub. So I knew I was going to DJ with him because of the flyer, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to bring Doggy Style with me.
Hey.
I brought Doggy Style with me.
The album.
Yes. I went upstairs after I was done, and I walked up to Snoop. Richie was with Snoop in the booth. I walked up to Richie Romero. Richie was like, yo, they introduced me. Snoop was like, pass me a fucking...
What?
Exactly. And then I pulled out the vinyl, and he's like, yo, you got a Sharpie? And I'm like, yes, I do. And then he just signed it for me, and everybody was like, oh my God, yo, like, what the fuck was that? And then I thought in my head, like, oh shit, maybe I should do this more often. I have all these people's vinyl.
But it was like original pressing and all that shit? Like,
it was not the original, it was the remastered. Yeah. Yeah, I had, because it was sealed. The original I had, but in mini storage. And at that time at night, I couldn't get into mini storage. It's not a 24-hour one.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had the sealed one. And you know, the funny thing is, I didn't even take the plastic off. I let them sign right on top of the plastic on the vinyl. And I was like, okay, cool. So once that happened, and I'm like, damn, I missed so many other artists in the past that I could have had that, you know, for me, I'm a fan. This is what I love, the culture that I'm part of, hip hop, you know?
Yeah.
And DJing. So it just, and I collect, you know, what's better than collecting that, you know, music I listen to from artists I like. I have autographs from some artists I don't like, but but you know, it's a great thing to have. Like,
Yeah.
You know,
You probably got like over 50 artists, right?
I got more than that.
Yeah.
I got like close to 200.
What else you like collecting more than the records? Polo.
You was a low life or not?
I know many low lives.
Yeah.
I was not an official low life, but I know many of them.
You was on the block, just you let them know when the cops was outside or something.
The block is hot.
Nah. To be part of that life, you know, it's like that was a whole different version of me. Like,
Yeah.
you got to boost and
Yeah.
rack and steal and
Shit. I love polo. I ain't no low life.
I was gonna ask, what the fuck is a low life?
A low
low
life.
life is polo life.
Okay.
Just low, they cut it low life, and being the low life that you're gonna go and steal it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like you're low life, you're all low down, head to toe, everything, and then
But the whole point was that you lifted it.
you lift it. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a culture that comes from Brooklyn, like
Yeah.
dudes that were doing it in the 80s.
Yeah.
And how do you prove that? Like the security tag?
No, like
what the fuck?
What, that you steal it?
Yeah.
When you
run
go
out
in
the
there
store.
and you take a whole stack.
Yeah.
You don't even
shit.
take one, you take the whole thing.
Yeah, but they would even go there. They would like layer up.
Layer up,
Yeah. So they would put like multiple polos on and just walk out.
or come with an empty box
Yeah.
lined with aluminum foil and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's a whole. I'm sure there's like a documentary on you.
Oh, there's
about
many.
it.
Yeah.
That's never
It's
heard.
a whole thing here in New York of just lifting it. But
It's not just in New York though.
Is it? It's spread out.
Nah, man, it's all over Europe. It's in Japan. It's all over the United States. Yeah,
But
yeah.
you had to have lifted the shit. It's like that was the
Yeah.
whole point. Of
Buying it wasn't cool.
Yeah, nah. Buying it, they knew you were a target.
it. And then you had like all the exclusive.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like the
Yo, this
exclusive
guy
shit.
has some.
And
exclusive
I
shit.
never got rid of any of mine. So, and I don't sell it. I wasn't like one to just sell it.
Yeah.
So I kept it all.
What party we were? We were at a party one time. Just Blaze was DJing. I think it was Sutra. And Blaze goes up to him. Just Blaze. He was like, "Yo, that low's fire."
Yeah.
It was like bugging
He ends up
out.
taking me outside. He's like, he left his set. He was like, yo, come. And he took me outside in mid-set. I'm like, where are we going? And he took me all the way down the block to his SUV and starts opening it up and showing me different pieces.
And LB will never sell his shit. Like
And
Mel
asking me,
DeBarge.
like, he's like,
offered
yo,
him
where you
money.
get that piece from? Where you get that piece from?
Mel DeBarge
Offered him bread, and he's like, "Nah, I ain't selling it."
Shout out to Mel DeBarge.
Yeah,
Dude,
shout out
that's-
to Mel DeBarge, our
Yeah,
boy.
but he
That's another fly motherfucker too, man.
He got a lot of
Nah,
shit.
he got all that.
Designer motherfucker. Yeah. I miss Mel DeBarge. I haven't seen him in a minute. Yo, you already know it's fucking crazy. Yo, Cookie, you such a hater. Get out of here.
Yeah, you impersonate him really well.
Yeah, I
You
could
got
do.
the
I
voice.
could
You got the voice.
I could do a good Mel DeBarge. Hey, yo, what's good? This is the R.O.A.D podcast, Reflections of a DJ. We're here in New York City, and we have invaded the Sound Collective. Now, I want to explain what the Sound Collective is. I got my man Lefty from the Sound Collective here. Lefty, thank you for having us and hosting this beautiful studio for us. Exactly what is the Sound Collective here in New York?
Modern, state-of-the-art facility with tons of production gear. And one side of it is you can be a member and you can come here and pay monthly to use the rooms and the gear and sign out time and our space. We have a state-of-the-art studio. We have all these production stations, DJ stations, instrument practicing rooms and such like that.
And you also like teach. You have like classes and sessions, right?
We have intensive programs, short-term programs that people can come and take Saturday classes on DJing, production.
There's like kind of a community building within where there's like DJs, producers, musicians.
Up and coming producers, people honing their craft and learning, and DJs and all these things. And they come here and practice, and we have all the new gear, so they come to check that out and get familiar. And a lot of DJs will come in from out of town, be like, let me get a day pass so I can just get a refresh on the 3000s and the V10.
And what's great is that a lot of our guests, everyone from like Clark Kent to the technician to like Camilo, they come in here and they're just like, holy shit.
You want to play with all the gear, man? Yeah.
I didn't even even realize this, but you guys have like studio spaces where people can do live streams and they can do their Twitch streams.
Yep, we got a whole green screen set up already, multicam, full-on switcher. Like, we also do a lot of events here. We're bringing a lot of outside talent, organizations. We got a big event coming up with DJ City, Beat Source, and Serato.
That's part of our family.
Yeah, we did a big one last year with them. We got another one coming up.
For our listeners, is there any way we could hook them up with a deal, or, you know, like if they put in a Road podcast code?
Yeah, tell me about it. What else do you have envisioned for this deal? It sounds like we're well on our way. Why don't you tell them?
You're working with us where they can type in a code for like Road.
Yep.
And they'll get a month free, right?
Yeah, on our online platform. We have a whole online platform with like masterclass style education.
Nice.
Different categories and everything, instruments, drums. I mean, and then we have these things that we're launching right now called Pro Paths. So you can choose, like if you're a producer, you can take the Ableton Pro Path, the Logic Pro Path, you know, Serato Studio. Goes through a wide variety of knowledge besides just stuff in that skill set and discipline.
So our Road listeners, if you're in New York, you can check out their facility. You can do a day pass, a week pass, a monthly pass. You can check out their site. You have access to all the education online.
Soundcollective.com. We also have a YouTube channel that has some of our content from the educational courses, and all of our events are live streamed and put up there.
I hope we can come back here and use your facilities again.
Looking forward to it.
Shout to Lefty and the Sound Collective. Thank you so much. What we talk? Oh, the low lives.
Yeah, collecting the artist autographs.
Oh yeah. But artist autograph, yeah. I'm proud of it. You know, I have a lot of old artists, like artists you would never even think of. LaBouche, Hathaway, TKA, Milk D, Audio 2, you know.
Yeah. And it was dope because like from 1-0 to Up and Down, Butter to like Sapphires. I remember Sapphires had like an Industry Sunday, the hip hop that's still here, the Sin Sundays that's still popping, and then they had the Mondays, right?
Yeah,
and Mondays was like old school.
Yeah,
so you would have like
Kid and Play.
Yeah, so you got all those like old school artists over there.
Have you ever been like rejected?
Yes.
Who?
No,
Multiple times?
No, there was someone I
just
had to
one.
go get the autograph for.
It was Run. It was Run.
Two people, two artists I didn't get signed.
Let me guess. I bet one of them was Run.
No. Nope. I'll tell you. Yeah. It was at One Oak. It was I was DJing.
He still looks tight about it.
No, he looks upset. He looks upset.
I'm not tight.
He looks tight. No, you look tight.
But it definitely.
I have a follow-up question. Go ahead.
It definitely like kind of rubbed me the wrong way for a second.
Yeah.
It was,
for a second, you still look like you're tight about it. You still look hot about it.
I ain't playing this record no more.
So I was DJing and the security guard walked in first. He looked around.
Yeah.
And then he brought the artist in, and it was Fabulous. So Fabulous came, gave me a pound, said, "What's up? I'm DJing." You know. He said, "What's up? Everything's cool." Once I was like, "Yo, once my set's done, you know," and he was like, "Yeah, come check."
Which vinyl did you bring him?
Holla Back. It was the single Holla Back.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I try to always bring the earliest record of the artist if I know I'm gonna DJ with an artist that night. So if I have,
I mean, you should have had. If I can't deny it, you know, that would have.
I did, but I didn't think of it. You know, it was like last minute thing. I was like, oh, you know what? Let me, and I found it, and I was like, okay, I'm taking this. So I had it, and I was like, yo, you know, once my set was done, I went up. You know, they're right there next to the VIP. I walked up to him, and he went like this to me. That's it. He didn't even say a word. He just went.
Girls around or something?
No.
He said, "Keep it moving."
He didn't say anything. He just went.
He gave you the keep it moving shit.
Yeah, he gave. he gave stand you the 200 feet back.
He gave you the be easy. Act like you've been here before. You acting like a fan right now.
I was pretty confused. I was like, wait a minute. He just told me yes. Now he's telling me no. And then the next one was at Sins.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the artist that denied it. It was one of his entourage, somebody that works with him for a very long time that I met before when I had DJed when him and I DJed an event for them. It was I had to Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent.
Oh.
And you know, I'm like, yo, we're Queens. You know, he recognized me every time we DJed the first premiere of Power when it first came out, however long time ago, at Sweet 36. Yeah. We ended up DJing it, and that was the first time anybody ever heard of any of that. And it was the first premiere. We DJ'd it. He was in the booth with us, no problem. And it was his guy, Renee. He runs some guy that runs with him, Renee. I was like, yo, what's up? You know, I was like, 50 standing literally right here. I'm like, yo, and he's like, yo, chill. He's like, yo, he's not gonna sign that, man. We sell those things with his autograph. He's not gonna sign it for you. He just like that. So I just turned around and put it back. I was like, fuck it.
Damn. Like he would have done it. He would have.
I know he would have. He would have.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah, he would have.
Damn, son.
But his guy was like,
He still looks tight about
Nah, he
all
looks
that.
too. I get it though. I get it.
yeah.
So you've had to deal with him like being pissy for the rest of the night because
No.
of the final fight?
Sometimes pissed off.
Which one did you go get for him?
I think it was
Lil Kim.
Lil Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, Lil Kim denied you too?
No, she didn't deny me. I was DJing.
Oh, you just sent him.
It was
that.
just like
Well, I was DJing, right? Was I DJing?
or maybe Reach was on. I don't
Oh
know.
no, I wasn't there that night. That's what happened. I wasn't there. So I'm like, yo, I want Little Kim's autograph. You know,
Yeah.
I DJ'd with her
That was
before I
pretty
won
tough to
Oak.
get through there. I had to like maneuver, like yo.
But she did it.
She did it.
Marty's good at that. Marty's the type of motherfucker, like he's the type to like finesse the door or finesse
Finesse
VIP.
something, yeah.
He's like the best finesser ever.
Wiggle my way into a table.
Pause. Wiggle your way.
Literally. Yo, like, I actually want to ask both of y'all because y'all been like, y'all seen so many performances and so many crazy nights. What is the best performance y'all have seen from One Oak to Up and Down to anything?
Good question.
Gypsy Kings. I DJ'd. I performed. They performed, and I was DJing.
Wow.
And the Gypsy Kings, they sound better than any artist I ever heard or saw live.
Where was it?
Up and Down.
Oh, crazy! Really?
Yeah.
Was it like a private event?
It was. I don't know if it was HBO or Tribeca. I think it was a Tribeca Film Festival event. And because we were doing them every year, him and I would, Butter Group would have all these private events, like during the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
So every year we did the Tribeca Film Festival, HBO, stuff like that. And it was Tribeca Film Festival, I believe. And they had Gypsy Kings performing. And they're like, hey, you're going to DJ and they're going to perform.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, Gypsy Kings. I'm like, I know who they are. You know, I have their vinyl. I know their music. But I was blown away, man. They sound incredible.
For me, I would have to say T-Pain at Up and Down.
Oh, wow.
T-Pain is great too. Live.
I actually met T-Pain in Vegas before that with a bunch of my boys at a bachelor party. It was like 30 of us. Some wild fucking, I don't even know.
I remember that.
They end up in a limo.
A few of my boys ended up, like, he performed at the club in Vegas, and then they ended up at like his suite with a bunch of girls and all that, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but he was like, yo, you're the crazy motherfucker with all those crazy guys from fucking
He remembers
New York.
you. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
And he was like, oh shit, family, what's up? And I was DJing for him at Up and Down, and he killed it. The crowd was going nuts.
He's amazing.
Mad cool.
He DJs too.
Y'all miss like the Up and Down. Y'all miss Up and Down in One Oak. It's just like
Yeah,
I feel like this.
Of course.
I feel like
that
this
was iconic to New York. It was an iconic venue.
But the city doesn't feel the same with One Oak gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was
It's
the
not the
last
same.
place everyone would go.
Yeah.
Ended
Right?
up at Oak, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel different.
It definitely feels different,
Yeah,
right?
and a lot of people don't that used to like frequent the big money spenders.
Yeah.
They're not around, and it's not just about the money. I don't care about it. I care about a good feel good, the music right, people dancing, having a good time. But it's hard to say. I feel like a lot of people, once this whole the whole thing happened with the COVID.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people got scared or woke up kind of like out of that. Oh shit, I can't keep living that way. Let me change a little. Maybe it scared them. I don't know, or just they grew up.
Yeah. The pandemic was like crazy in New York. I know y'all really went through it.
Yeah.
But then
it was rough.
But then there was this like whole underground party scene that started emerging and shit like that. I know Marty, you had like a little bit of like you were involved a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, we started traction with that a few months after.
2 months.
2 months.
We only were off for 2 months.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then y'all just like what how did it happen? Like a couple promoters were just like
I think they were fishing for DJs, and what happened was I think a lot of people were scared.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know what was happening. They didn't want to catch something. They didn't want
So the promoters were like, yo, like
But
people want to party.
Yeah.
And we have
And
everything.
They saw an opportunity.
Yeah, we have a storage with like every piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Like speakers, lights,
Right.
turntable, everything.
So basically, we got nightclub on wheels.
On wheels, yeah.
So they reached out. They were like, "Yo, are you guys scared to come out?"
Are you guys pussy enough?
Yeah, and they're like, "Are you good to come?" And do the, and we're like, "Where's it gonna be?" And at first, it was like in a.
Well, how much is it gonna be? I'll tell you how scared I am.
No, they paid. They paid. They paid. We got paid. It was like regular business. It was like and I think because we stood from beginning to end, like through the whole thing, doing all those events, it just then other people are like, "Yo, we got this event after hours. We got this event. We got that," and we just kept doing them all.
Damn.
And then
I had like
yeah,
you guys were spending multiple times a week.
Sometimes 2 times a day.
God damn.
Shit.
Yeah, it would be like the early, the regular nightclub hours, and then the after hours.
Yeah.
Like till early in the morning.
So like 7 a.m.
That's crazy.
8 a.m. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Cash only, huh?
Yeah.
Wait. So, but like, you guys need security. Like, this needs to be orchestrated correctly, right? No, I mean the event needs security.
They had them, bro. They had security. It was
earpieces.
It was run like a regular nightclub.
All right, so this is
table service.
So
they had bottle service.
Wait, so like, I heard some like stories about this. Like, the party would be at where? Like at someone's crib?
It was okay. So Midtown. One was in Midtown,
right?
And it was in a part of Midtown you would never think there was this kind of craziness going on.
It was actually an office space.
Okay,
and we transformed it into a club.
Which one was that?
Get out of here.
The one with the balcony, the roof.
Oh yeah, that was the first
an office
one.
Space.
That was
like
the first
a WeWork
one.
space.
Yeah. That was the first one. We took over the penthouse.
Because no one was there.
Yeah.
No one was working.
Nobody's
in offices,
working.
So the whole building's empty. So
they gave it to
like,
us. They were like, "Yo,
who gave it to y'all?"
We had a plug. We had a plug.
The guy,
Yo, boy, Brian.
He was like, "Yo, security's down with it. We just pay them. You know how buildings have security at the front door?
Yeah.
Paid them. They let us have the space. The owner was like, "Hey, I'm cool with it as long as I make this much money."
Right.
And it turned into a nightclub.
And you're the only ones in the building.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because it's literally like a commercial
space.
Yeah, and nobody was there.
No one was there.
And we had the elevators running up and down.
Could go as loud as you want. No neighbors.
It was literally like a nightclub.
So then you had security at the door, right?
Yeah.
But not to make it look like there's anything going on.
Exactly.
Someone will come in. Was there a password? They're just on the list.
No.
Show phone, like text, invite or something.
And then they get walked to the elevator. They get walked up, and then they take the elevator up. They go in. And there's like couches and shit.
Yeah.
Tables,
you guys
full bar, everything.
Full bar.
Wow.
Bartenders that worked the nightclubs.
So like on all levels, everyone that worked in was there bathroom attendants?
Bathroom.
No way. Were there?
There was one.
I think so. I think so.
But not at the first one. at the Brownstone.
Oh yeah.
Midtown.
Yo, I didn't know y'all were this busy. That's crazy.
It's like prohibition time.
Yo, fam.
Yeah, it was.
They're like they're running moonshine and shit.
I was in Vegas playing Warzone and recording podcast episodes by myself, and these motherfuckers were
grind,
fucking
man.
working like 5 nights a week.
But you know what happened was?
Yeah.
There was a lot of hate because us doing that.
Yeah.
We did a New Year's Eve party. The first New Year's Eve that the 20 into 21.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was like, "Oh my God, we're not going out. We're staying home." We were booked, and it was real good party.
Wait. Is that when Delta came? That's when Delta came?
No, that was 2021 December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's where I caught that one.
Oh no, but that's when actually it was really, really bad.
And
though,
people
right?
were scared to
In the
come
winter.
outside.
No, you're right. In 2020, the winter time.
Yeah.
They put everybody back inside.
Yeah.
No, but that's when the refrigerator truck started popping out, and it was like really scary. Yeah,
People were scared to come out.
Yeah,
And
what we're like, it's New Year's Eve.
what happened with us was,
Yeah.
we were DJing. So I was telling him, I'm like, "Yo, I don't think it's a good idea if we let people take pictures of us working right now." And exactly what happened. Somebody took pictures of us. They put it on social media. It got around to a few of the main nightclubs.
Yeah.
And then promoters or like club management started hitting us up, like, or hit me up and was like, "Oh, I see you working this COVID event. I'm gonna make sure you never get booked.
Wow.
Because you're a super spreader and this and that." And I'm
Right.
like, I don't have anything to spread, but love. You know? So I was
Yo, wait, shut up. Wait. LB, you did not text this motherfucker and say, I got nothing to spread but love.
I said, we're not doing anything wrong. I said, you're scared. We're not doing anything wrong.
No, but you said, I got nothing to spread but love.
Yeah. I have nothing but love to spread. Me, I'm always about love.
He's wearing red. He's all about love.
All about love.
I love LB.
But he and the funny thing is that one person, he runs nightclub in New York that are big at that time, you know?
Yeah.
And still, I think, right? You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And
he looks tight, like he got that face, like he's talking about the motherfuckers who wouldn't sign his vinyl.
Well, you know why? You know why I got tight with him?
Yeah,
because I literally saw him and his girl with their brand new kid at that time 2 weeks before on 30th Avenue in Queens eating at a spot without masks, and then he had the nerve to talk shit.
You'd be like, at least I'm wearing a mask.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, you're gonna talk shit because I'm DJ. I'm trying to earn a living still. Right. Like,
yo, I mean, we did all those parties and we didn't get Rona.
Nah,
it's just crazy.
I you know, the funny thing was, I never had it.
I don't want to go down. Look, we could talk about the parties. I don't want to go down this road of like.
No, I never had it.
I winded up catching it once everything reopened.
Yeah,
and it didn't even do anything to me. I was like, yo, I feel fine. The fuck?
Yeah, I caught it way late. Like way late.
I think I had whatever it was.
Yeah.
Before it was even anything. Like I think
before the shutdown.
I think right? Because everything closed down March 16th. Yeah, I remember, which was a Monday. So we were headlining One Oak that night. We were doing all night on the 15th. They called us up and they were like, "Hey, you know what? Everything's going to be locked down tomorrow. I don't think we're going to open up tonight."
Yeah.
Just to give you a heads up. I was like, all right, cool, you know? So me, 2 weeks before that, in February, that's when I had gotten sick. But not, you remember?
I remember.
And I didn't know what it was. And we didn't know. Like, you know, we heard like,
I caught like a bad flu in January.
This thing is coming around, this COVID-19
Same thing. I caught it in like first week of January.
Yeah. That's when I think if I did ever have anything, I think that's when it was.
So you had the antibodies already.
I never had anything the rest of the time.
It was right when like Kobe died. I remember I had a crazy flu, and then I was like shook it off. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, so you're protected already.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So like you guys just kept changing location.
Right?
Yeah, I think it changed 3 times, right?
3 times.
3 times.
But
yeah,
it was like regular.
It was like regular nightclubs, bro.
Wow.
So were they like patting people down, or just go inside, go have a good
I think it was just like any other like upscale nightclub in New York where
everything
they don't pat you down.
Invite only.
You know, they knew who was coming, and then once it got to the last one on 14th Street, it bugged me out because, you know, they didn't have no sound system, dude. We were pulling up subwoofers,
CDJs,
tops,
mixers, everything,
coffins, everything, cases. You know, we were bringing the whole sound system, lights.
Right across, legit from up and down.
Yeah,
right
a brownstone right across from up and down, literally right across the street. So everybody knew who we are, and they're like, "Oh, these are the DJs from these," you know. And then when I went outside at the end of the night, it was like 300 people
trying to get in
outside.
Oh wow!
You know, and I'm like, how the cops are not they're not asking questions about this? Like, it didn't make sense.
Somebody was giving them an envelope.
I mean, hey, thank God it worked out. It worked out for us, you know.
Well, you guys, did you guys? You don't have to say no numbers, but did you guys make more money in 2020 than 2019?
Overall,
I
think maybe
because it sounds like you guys were running a fucking.
I mean, we did make money again, thank God.
Yeah.
But again, what did slow down was like a big part of us working with Butter Group and all these guys. We used to do all their corporate parties, not every single one,
right?
But they would give us the list first.
Yeah,
we would pick which parties we wanted, lock them in, and then they would go and get other DJs to do the rest of whatever we didn't want. So those like from October to like February, that's usually the holiday and corporate season.
Yeah.
Just for the private events for those clubs, that would bring in a lot of income.
Yeah.
Because there were days I was literally doing 3 a day.
5 nights a week.
Every night.
Yep.
3. I did, you know, straight through a month straight through every day. 2 gigs, 3 gigs. And, you know, that was, you know, we were blessed. We making money. And then pandemic came, then it was just pandemic party. So whatever money we agreed upon, that's it. we're not making more.
Yeah, the bread wasn't that much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't that much.
It just kept us busy, and it opened doors up. Right after the pandemic, a new nightclub opened because, you know, we were kind of familiar with the people that they were like, hey, you know, you were working, now we're going to put you in here.
Right.
To do the new nightclub. So we started doing that.
It's not only that, it's like when you think of like all the bottle spenders in New York and how they're spread over, they're like maybe more loyal to this nightclub or that nightclub or these promoters and that promoters. During the pandemic, I feel like all of them were just concentrated and they were all going to your events. So you were like, you guys had access to like all
Everybody.
the big spenders.
Yeah.
You know, so like your fucking contact list started getting deeper.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers would just hit you up like, yo, when the shit opened up,
Yeah.
they got to know y'all to be like, yo, Marty, LB,
Yeah.
where you at tonight?
Relationships
Yeah.
got tighter.
Yeah.
Tighter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you guys started getting to know like the spenders. Because I remember after the pandemic, Marty was like, he was almost like a promoter. He was booking more tables.
I was telling him to do that.
He was like, he would be hitting me up. He's like, yo, Crook, I got friends coming to Vegas. Like,
Oh
yo,
yeah, I would send.
you know,
them,
he
I
would send them over to me.
business in
Yeah,
Vegas.
But I was before he wouldn't be like, he would just be like, I'm coming to Vegas. What's he doing?
Me and my boys and T-Pain.
Yeah, now he's like he's almost promoting, and then he would have like he'd be setting tables up for like, all these people.
Yeah.
That's crazy times, man. It's one of those things where, you know, like I just wanted DJs to work, you know, and sometimes we don't know what the situation of what DJs are doing, so. You know, as long as you guys are kind of safe and you guys are moving safe, you're not hurting nobody.
That's it.
I was though happy that you guys were like, you know, that you guys were working and you guys were kind of coming up a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it because I did listen back a while ago. You did mention that and say, yo, these motherfuckers are working. You know what I mean? They put work in. Thank you.
Nah.
Yeah,
I mean,
appreciate it.
come on, man. You know, like, you guys have always been like fucking it's always been band of brothers, like, you know, we're all brothers in this shit, we're all fam in this shit, yo.
Yeah.
So I always like to see like the homies and everyone doing good.
Was there other DJs in the city still working, trying to do like their own version of what you guys have going on?
There was a few, there was a few.
Yeah, but party wise, there wasn't that many parties.
No, there was a Thursday
like
party.
Two,
there was like another Saturday.
one or two others. The DJs though at the parties we were doing, there were DJs that started getting up on it. They're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why can't we do this? You know? And then, like, as time kept going and they saw everybody was going out, it was like almost like normal. There were like 5-6 DJs with their laptops ready to go.
I rented equipment to a few DJs that needed stuff. I was like, yo, you need a CDJ here. Give me some money.
Yeah.
Tell me. I'll come tomorrow pick
A
it up.
supplier, bro. Did any celebrities come to your underground shit?
Of course.
So we had some athletes.
Oh,
Yeah.
ball players.
Yeah. I don't even know if I could say it.
Yeah, I think it's.
No,
I had to sign
names.
something. I had to sign something.
Don't say no names.
Don't say no names.
Yeah.
But like,
Some
No
athletes
names,
in the
but can I say the organization?
yeah. Go ahead.
No, don't do
No, if we need to edit out, we'll edit it out.
No, just bleep it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I during the pandemic was like I got a little scared because I'm like, oh, this DJ thing slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
Even though we're still making some money, but it slowed down a lot. I had some time to think. My brother isn't into real estate.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's like, yo, let's go upstate. I rented a cabin. We're upstate, beautiful, wintertime, lots of snow. I get a phone call. My boy was like, yo, LB. He's like, you want a DJ? And I'm like, okay, but right now? He's like, no, you got to come here. You got to take care of some paperwork. And then they're going to set you up. I'm 2 hours and 15 minutes away. I'm oh, shit. And that's the day I bought my first house because I was actually looking at the house upstate. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I took my mom, everybody that was in my car upstate with me. I was like, yo, we're not going home. Got to go do something real quick.
Yeah.
I ran in. I still didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Security came, got me, brought me in, was like, yo, here, talk to this guy. They did the COVID thing on me, the COVID test for me. They're like, okay, you're good to go. And they made me sign paper. And it was, they're like, yo, the players still want to party.
Oof.
So they're going to get a spot. They're going to pay for it and let the players go, let out their steam. And they were going to, all the girls who they invited all had to be tested in a separate like down the block.
That's crazy.
They were tested and then walked to the venue that they rented for the players. And I happened to be one of the DJs.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
You see, I didn't know it was going to be, they just said, yo, the players got to blow off steam. So instead of them going to the illegal underground parties and with the chance of getting sick,
Yeah. At least everyone's tested, right?
at least they're going to check everybody who's coming in, who's not. They put everybody's phone in a bag, kept their phones, and then literally escorted them to where the party was down the block.
Was it a specific? Was it just that team where you went, or was it like
No,
the
it was
whole league of that
Okay.
specific sport? Was that
So what I know from my understanding was anytime the teams were in this city, they were going to blow off steam.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it was.
wow.
I'm assuming it was all the teams.
So it was like a nightclub for that night at the after party.
And from my experience with them, it was I did 2 different places that I never been to before. It was like these buildings, get in the elevator, they had the key card, boom, 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 bring me up.
Wow.
You know,
And it was like set like a nightclub. Like you
they had
to-
everything set. I just had to
DJ
bring.
booth.
I had to bring whatever I was going to use.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's pretty sick.
yeah.
Shout outs to that league.
Yeah, I mean, hey, and listen, I got to meet more of those athletes.
Yeah. You brought maybe a thing for them to sign?
No, because those athletes are more or less like a lot of them to me, like they're a little
Scrubs?
bit of assholes, you know?
Oh, okay.
Like, so I didn't want to talk with them. Like, yo, what's up? Give a pound. Like, yo, I like that song you're playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love this guy.
Yeah, that was it.
That's crazy. So it, like everything started. I forgot when New York started getting back to normal. Like
It was like
late 2021.
July
Yeah, it
2021.
was summer.
Early July.
Oh yeah, summer really exploded. I
Summer.
forgot. Yeah.
Yep.
After you got your second vaccine, it was like May. You could do whatever the fuck you want at that point.
Second.
Nah, I mean,
Yeah.
No, as long as you had the card, I think it was.
Yeah. That's
still
what we
the card.
needed was card. I never.
That's it.
yeah, I remember summer 2021 in New York. Like the videos were crazy. It was nuts.
Packed
Yeah.
everywhere, packed.
Yeah, it's just Dembo everywhere. It's like that's when really Dembo exploded, and I started seeing all the fucking El Alpha shit.
Yeah, but by
popping off.
where we live, it was never
Oh, yeah.
off. It was always on. In
Non-stop.
Queens,
Yeah,
there's a strip called Steinway, and they got like all the hookah.
Stiami.
All the hookah. They called it Stiami.
Miami,
And it was literally thousands and thousands of people out all day, all night, all day, all night.
that's when you just saw like motherfuckers dancing on
On
cars,
the
and
bus
shit,
stops,
yeah.
they were climbing on top.
shit broke.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Shit was fun though. It looked fun.
It looked
Shit was like, fun.
I remember that's when I started seeing that Mama.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
yo,
Mama.
I was like, yo, I got to get that record because everyone was wilding out to that record.
Yeah, because in 2021, like everything started opening up. I even threw a birthday party for myself. Remember, at a Lucky Day, and then shit after that, it was
Yeah.
explosive. After
It was
that,
explosive. New York was on fire till probably last year, right?
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
A lot of things changed last year just because they opened up internationally.
yeah.
So a lot of motherfuckers were going to like,
Yeah.
overseas. They were going back to Ibiza and all that shit. Yeah, I remember that.
I think also New York has too many problems with like the local government. You know, nobody wants to be here no more. Why spend money here? They're whack.
But New York's kind of it hasn't.
It's expensive. You get more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Other places.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, there's been like a little bit of a resurgence in New York with nightlife, especially. I've been hearing from other DJs. They've been like steadily working, while other cities are actually kind of like they're starting to feel like this new, like, I don't know if it's a recession or inflation is affecting shit, but they're not working as much, especially
Wow.
this year.
Oh, wow.
Probably towards the end of last year, they started feeling it. Like,
Wow.
especially like last year, 2023 summer was different than like 2022. Everyone was like, yo, shit's a little different this year.
Last year was my busiest year, my whole career.
Really?
shit.
That's crazy.
Just here or like out of town shit?
I mean, I don't really go out of town. I do here. Like most I've gone out of town is like New Jersey, Boston, Miami, San Diego. We used to do San Diego, but in the like 2015, 2015, 2016, right? Those years we were going back and forth.
Y'all are working pretty steadily at Sapphires too, like at the
Yeah.
at this like at the strip club, because I've always been interested on how DJs get paid. But Marty, you do the Sundays, but you do also like the other nights.
The regular nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
At the strip club, at Sapphires.
VJ too.
Yeah. At like different, but at almost all their locations,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much, yeah.
So wait, how does that work? Because in Vegas, the strip club DJs that work there, they get tipped out by every girl
So not
that works there.
Not every girl will tip you out. Some of them.
I heard it's mandatory in Vegas where like every girl needs to give you $20
Well, that's different
a song,
in Vegas.
and if they don't want you to, I think it's $5 a song.
I don't know.
It's like $5 or $10 a song, and if they don't want to go on stage, they have to give you like 20, and then like or 20 or 40, and then you could like skip them.
Yeah, well, girls will usually pay to get skipped, or they'll pay not to go on stage, or
It's not like they have to mandatory.
no,
it's not
they
mandatory.
don't have to. They don't have to. And the headache is just calling them and doing the rotation and getting like everyone, I don't like this song. Oh, I want to go on last. I want to do this. Fucking. Always a headache.
Do you
I
have,
have my period today. I don't want to dance. All right, why you come to work?
Why are you here?
He's got the patience
Second
for
one,
it. I can't do
String
it.
is showing. Like I don't want to fucking see that.
So do you get paid hourly or is it a flat rate?
Flat.
Flat
Check
rate.
the club gives you a check and that's it.
And then you get tipped out by the girls once in a while.
Yeah, sometimes we get tipped out, or I might bring a homeboy, and my homeboy bless them, throw some money on them, and then they'll, hook me up.
But there are still people that tip big. Just clients.
The clients that want song requests,
Yeah, they
they'll
tip-
always
they
throw
tip
you
big
at least a 20
still.
for a song.
$200 the other night.
Oh, at the club. Oh,
Just
at
some
that-
dude
yeah.
like, yo, here, take this, play that. I was like, oh yeah. It happened to be Gypsy Kings. He wanted to be a Gypsy King, Bamboleo in the nightclub. I was like, okay. And then Dynamite came up to me and blessed me. I was like, oh, he's like, yo, that's from him. I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it. You guys been getting tipped the fuck out in Vegas at certain venues.
Yeah, there was I'll talk about it here. In Vegas, right after it opened, I started DJing at this one spot, and it was like full of like wells. Like they would just come in there, they'll get a section because they didn't want to go to the nightclub, so they come to this one section, and then the girls would come in there, the ladies of the night, and then I'm respectfully. It's crazy because my girl seen this whole shit too. She was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah, there's a
What is
lot
it, a
of
strip club?
No, there's
No, it's a regular spot that I do.
Also, this is like a spot where like the girls go meet a sugar daddy.
There you go. So
It's a lot. There's like a lot of like professional like
Working girls.
escorts
Of
and
course.
working
Yeah.
girls.
so high level ladies of the night. Anyway, so they come in, they scout whatever, and then they're hanging out with the new sugar daddies and shit, and they're like, the sugar daddy will be like, "Yo, go tell the DJ to play XY song," right? So she goes, "Give me money for I can tip him." So they would usually, one of them in particularly, she'll be like, "Give me money," and he'll pull out 100. She goes, "He's not gonna do it for this. Give me another one." So she gets 200, and then she'll walk over to me. She goes, "He wants to hear Ludacris roll out." I'm like, "Sure."
Ugh.
She keeps 100. She sticks 100 to her bra, and she gives me 100. So
Nice.
now we're coworkers.
Yeah.
So pretty much, but this happens regularly where like, "Yo, play." Like the big Mexican Spanish will come to me and they're like, "Yo, play Peso Pluma for the next 10 minutes," and they'll just give me like a stack of like hundreds, and I'll be like, "Fuck it, whatever."
Hey,
If it's worth my while, like I'll play 2 songs full.
Yep.
That's close to the 10-minute mark or whatever, and then I move it, and then he'll be like, "Yo, keep it going."
Yeah.
But you got to know how to play the game a little bit.
course. Yeah.
But you get tipped out.
Of course.
Like I've walked out sometimes 3 times with what my rate is for the whole
Yes.
night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Off of 20 minutes.
so
of
what I
requests.
like to
Us
do,
too.
What I like to do with that is I tell them like not to fuck like the whole vibe up. I'll be like, it's downloading. Give me like 10 minutes. The Wi-Fi's slow. I blame it on the club, and then that gives me wiggle room
that's
to
smart.
play something else, and then I'll get to it,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I could get a tip from someone else and play their song, like keep everyone happy instead of just going like 10 minutes. I'll be like,
Yeah.
yo, the Wi-Fi's slow here, papa, like let it download.
No, what I do, they'll be like, "Yo, why are you playing this?" Like, there'll be an athlete, and he's like, "Yo, why did you take out the hip hop?" I say, "Yo, I got somebody requesting music over here." He's like, "Yo, well, I'm next," and then he'll pay out more. I'll be like, "All right,
That's
cool."
like
That's the
bid
game.
wars.
But you got to know how to play the game,
Yeah.
especially with like the ladies of the night. They
Yeah.
know how to run the game
Yeah.
rather well, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
And then you meet the madam and shit, and you're like, you become cool with her.
Yes.
She's running game
Yeah.
in all types of cylinders, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
And they're gonna keep bringing those clients back.
Yes.
And the club's gonna
And-
make money, and
and
they're
you'll never
gonna
leave. They'll
and
have
they
you there
love you,
forever.
and they'll love you.
Sometimes they hit me up on Instagram and they'll be like, yo, how's it looking? Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of fish to be. I mean, there's a lot of.
Hey,
you can
yo.
come fish. Hold on, let me finish my statement. I said, she goes, yo, what is it looking like tonight? And I'm like, there's a lot of fish to be caught out here. She would just show up with like
Yes.
4 other girls. And I'm like,
Crazy.
and then the crazy thing, my girl,
Wait, well, what are you doing, man? I've never heard this before. This is crazy.
you know what's crazy?
This is what you do?
This is what you do now? This is what happens.
I thought we was friends. You don't tell me about this? I'm getting a little worried now.
No, you know what's the crazy part? My girl was there. And you know her, my girl, you know her.
Yeah.
She was
She's an
like-
angel.
She's a fucking angel. And she's there and she sees this girl come up to me. I'm like, yo, I've told you about this one girl, da-da-da. She goes, oh, that's her? And they just call her Stacy. She was like, oh, that's Stacy? I'm like, yeah. So she goes up to, Stacy comes up to her and she goes like, oh my God, girl, I've heard so much about you, blah, 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 blah. And she goes up and she goes, what's up, dog? And Stacy daps me up, right? So I'm like, you see, she's running game. Like,
Yeah.
we co-workers, we running this
Yep.
shit. That's what happens.
Hey, why not? Right? Somebody else gonna do it if you're not.
LB, relax.
You gotta learn how to run the game a little bit.
I didn't know you was doing all this. I didn't know
It
all this shit was
happens.
going
I
on.
mean, not every night that I DJ, but this shit happens, especially at that spot where the
I know.
global game.
I know.
So,
yeah.
but
I-
it happens. That's what
I'm
saying.
like, I'm the worst because I will not engage. Like, I'm just not.
So
I'm
we
just,
gotta take Cricket there.
yeah.
When it-
No, I'm too focused to
He's
DJ.
been there with me.
He's been there. all right.
I would be too focused to DJ to be like coordinating all of this. I would. Be
Why not?
horrible. I would be horrible.
Dude,
at it,
you'd
bro.
be the best.
No, I'd be horrible at it. I'd be horrible.
If you
But you don't
focus,
gotta
you'd be
play.
best.
You don't gotta go crazy. Like you can let the songs write out.
No,
and, like,
but I
focus
can't.
on
I
other
can't
stuff.
think that way. I'm still like, I'd be too focused on DJing to like coordinate any of this shit. Yeah.
God rest his soul, but never. Sometimes he had to cover that spot for me, or we'll do this other spot that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And he'll text me and be like, yo, the whales were out last night, boy. And I was like, how much did you make? And he'll tell me and be like, I made a couple grand. I'm like, fuck, you did well last night. I was like, but it happens with the tipping. Like, it just becomes this thing where you guys used to have bottle wars. Now we have requesting wars.
Song request wars. Yeah.
wars. Where this table wants this, another table
Yeah.
wants that. And you just kind of need to know how to like juggle it.
Those are the best nights in the
Yeah.
strip club.
Let them pay for
For
it.
real?
That's it.
Oh, just
And
like
you got
the request?
spenders.
Yeah.
But it's like boom, 100.
But I think what would drive you crazy, Cricket, is almost sacrificing the room a little bit. And I think that would drive you insane up the wall, where me and Marty would be like,
Yeah.
No,
Fuck it.
I just don't. I don't think I have that face that's like, hey, like, what's up, kind of face. So when someone taps me, I have this face like you're interrupting me, kind of face.
But it's different when
You know?
the 1 or 2 or 3 tables spending money
Yeah, yeah.
is really making the whole club money.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the regular people at the bar are just like drinking Bud Light, spending $20.
Nah, for sure.
Fuck them, you know.
Yeah, but usually there's a buffer. You know, like I'm not really dealing with them like up front. The only thing I do get, and I don't get like request shit a lot. Like honestly, even to this day when I DJ, like no one requests shit with me.
oh.
The
But
only
then
time
again,
I get shit is like, no, I'll see money, and I'll be like, I don't do requests. They'll be like, nah, you killing it. Like, just keep going.
I get
I'm-
those a
okay.
lot. I
Nice,
get those a lot.
nice.
I get those.
But then again, the places you're DJing and the places where I'm DJing, and probably Marty's
Yeah, but, like,
DJing,
I
you're
love
not,
that- I
you're not
love that-
accessible.
I know. I love that I'm going out of town and I'm flying out of town, and like we're almost making the same amount. Maybe they're making more than me from tips.
Bro, there's been
No tax, no
there's-
tax.
there's been times that
No tax.
There's been times that I give my girl money for groceries that week.
Like
And I'm
Goodfellas, like Goodfellas.
I'm
since
like,
you need
yo,
this much?
Tupac and Peso Pluma made this happen. And she starts laughing, but and she's seen it because she's gonna work with me. But I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a thing now because they don't want to go to the big nightclubs. You know, I work across from one of the nightclubs that's huge in Vegas.
Well, tell me, why don't they want to go to the big nightclubs?
Because where I'm at, I'm playing like, for example,
Oh, it's too much EDM. yeah.
you have the big EDM DJs or
And then
producers or whatever, and they're just playing. They'll probably go there for like an hour,
Yeah.
but I know they're gonna get tired of that shit. But on the way to that big nightclub, I learned this from you. I cranked the music a little louder so it could go out of the place.
Yeah.
So they can, as they're walking by, they're like, oh, that's popping.
Yeah. The problem is like not every with the big EDM rooms in Vegas, not everyone wants to hear EDM.
Yeah.
And the thing is like it could be the spot to go. So like if I'm from out of town and I've got like 10 people with me and we're like, yo, we're gonna go there tonight, and we're spending $5K on the table, and then we don't like any of the fucking music, might as well go to this lounge on the side or this smaller club or bar on the side.
Yep.
And I'm hearing everything I want to hear.
Yep.
And the rules are like, you don't have to look a certain way, dress a certain way.
Yeah.
The drinks are maybe a fraction cheaper
Yep.
or whatever. And, you just got to learn how to juggle it all.
But over there at his spot, they drop, it's like $5K minimum at the other club. If they drop $1K, the
Yeah,
service,
like a superstar.
Yeah, yeah.
superstar over there, right?
They're bringing the
I
sparklers and everything.
Nice.
I'm hitting
Nice.
the I'm doing all that shit.
Yep.
And sometimes they're like, yo, it's homegirl's birthday. Can you play a birthday song? I mean, you have 7 birthday songs you could run a night.
Yeah.
You just throw one of those on and then go back to your set. But you got to learn how to just juggle it all.
Yeah.
Is it stressful? Kind of a little bit sometimes, but
that's what makes you better, man. It makes you better.
and I'm there for sometimes 6 hours.
Yeah.
From
Nice.
10 p.m. to like 4 a.m. if we have a good one. And
Yeah.
honestly, when Canelo fights, bro, 6 a.m. sometimes I'm like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's fucking. I remember I would go to like the club to check out the DJ, and the room at the big club would be kind of like 60% full, and then I'd leave the club and I'd go to Jamie's spot, and it's packed and there's a line and everyone's trying to get in. The vibe is just like way better.
And then the crazier part is that the big nightclub, they'll have like an EDM DJ, and he goes on at 12:30 and possibly gets off at 3. I'm there's no time where I'm done till it gets slow. Then we're closing. So I guess they start making X amount of money at a certain point. They're like, okay, it's time to go down a little bit. But sometimes I open earlier than the club and I stay later than the club.
Yeah.
And I'm just like I know it's like you're probably paying that dude hundreds of thousands of dollars more than I am, but it goes down to knowing how to read the room, juggle the room, and all this shit. It's just the perfect potion.
Yeah.
Everything.
Absolutely.
I never play the same song twice.
Yeah.
That's such a flex too. I'm like, I didn't play this twice.
Unless you
6
get
hour
paid
set?
tipped. I had to play swag surfing 3 times 2 weeks ago.
3 times. But you got like a C-note every time.
It was like $40 each time.
That's not bad.
But
Adds up.
the room was slow, so it was like whatever. This is the only guy spending money. Yeah, swag surfing. Here you go.
What do y'all got going for the year? You guys going out of town or doing anything crazy?
I just have something that I'm working on that I've been working with some comedians.
Oh, nice.
I've been doing a comedy show, DJing on
Dope.
Wednesdays.
Yeah. Which comedians?
A lot of the famous ones, like really big comedians. I've been blessed. Again, I got
Yeah, but
plugged
which
in.
names do you know?
I know their names. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the host is Mike Young. He's I don't know if you heard of Mike Young. He's the host.
Yeah.
I work with him, and then he brings all the comedians that come to New York City. He could get them out. They're in town for the Wednesday. So we've had like coming to the show. All the big ones. I know there's.
but it sounds crazy to sing all the big ones.
No, you're right. It does. But he
It sounds like he's
Pause.
it sounds like he's making it up.
No,
Like,
no,
like,
all the huge
the huge
not-
ones.
I'm not good with their name, but I record it too. I record it every night because some of them roast me.
Yeah.
Because I'm the DJ, so they roast me and they try to include me. And they're like, "Yo, where's my like
the
they
horns.
want to do like a part. They want me to do like certain parts, like
Yeah.
And I don't participate. I just sit there and like look at them, and I'm in the back.
Yeah.
So they're like, "What the hell is this creepy guy doing here? This DJ, It's a lot of these famous ones. I'm not good with their names, but I know they're like on Comedy Central. They're writers for shows,
Yeah.
and they have their own big specials. You know,
Maybe
And-
start learning their names if you're
Yeah.
gonna be
Well,
I was gonna tell you, I kind of just got into something like that with Michael Yo out in Vegas
Yeah.
because of Jimmy Kimmel Club.
Nice.
So I do like the warm up set a little
Yeah.
bit. I don't know what exactly you do.
That's
but-
what I do.
So you do the warm up set,
Yeah.
and then I go back. Then I'm like, I talk to the comedians. I'm like, what song you want to come
Yeah.
out to? Da, 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 da. So I kind of know what you're going.
Yeah.
You're doing at the time.
You see, I don't go and talk to them in the back and ask them that, but what I do is I listen to their sets, like what they're talking about, and if in their set they mention like an artist or a song, that's what I'll play for them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, this guy's paying attention," and that's how I started becoming cool with a lot of them.
But you don't remember anything.
No, I do.
I work with all the big ones, like
Yeah.
the really big ones.
Yeah. Again,
The famous one.
But it's a blessing because then what happened was I noticed that we do it on Wednesday nights, right?
Yeah.
And so I seen, I was there from the beginning and up until now, and it's almost a year and a half every Wednesday. So that to me is like, wow, this is pretty damn good going that strong for something they didn't even know would work.
Yeah.
And then I thought of it where I was like, yo, I got these motherfuckers contact. I said, there's nothing like this going on in Queens. So I put together in Queens now a comedy show.
Oh wow, that's
so I
dope.
take these same comedians, Mike Young, who's my boy, and then he brings, it's Mike Young, there's this other guy, Ryan Reese. They curate the comedians, they know who's in town.
Right.
So now I brought it to Queens.
Nice.
That I'm doing. It's like me, putting up.
It's
the
like the
money.
COVID parties, but with comedians.
Yeah, comedians.
Yeah.
It's legal.
What do you call it?
Mine.
Yeah,
mine
yours
is well, because it's in Astoria, Queens. I just call it comedy in Astoria.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so I'm putting together the next one right now. It's not going to be an every week thing though, for me, because I just don't want to pull out that much money every time. So I don't only do it with comedians though. So how it works is like, all right, so the one we just had, it was I brought Scram Jones to do a guest DJ set.
That's dope. Shout out to Scram.
I had Rayvon and Sugar Bear. Rayvon, you guys might know him, dancehall legend.
Yeah.
That's my friend. So
Lottie Dottie. We like to party.
exactly.
Yeah.
I brought them to do the after party and like perform. So it's like a comedy show. It's like you hear the DJ warming up, you get the comedy show, and then you get
Performance.
the performance for the after party.
That's dope.
Yeah, and because like the one I'm doing, it's on a Tuesday. I have all the comedians in town that are going to come for the Wednesday. So
Dope.
I'm throwing more money in the comedians' pockets. They're like, "Hey, LB, let's go." As long as they gave me the thumbs up, I'm like, "You guys curated, do what you're doing on the Wednesday nights." So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make that like I want to do it like kind of like a traveling thing.
Yeah.
I want that to be my traveling thing. Like I haven't really traveled.
Put it on
as
the road.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on the road. Go to different places. I have access to different artists. So next one, I think I'm trying to work with maybe having can I say his name? Like
Yeah. Look, you can say anyone's name, just not around the COVID illegal part.
So like Big Body Bess, he's from Queens.
Oh, I love that guy.
He's a homeboy of mine for a long time.
Dope.
He's a funny dude, just naturally funny being him. So I got the idea from Scram, was like, yo, why don't you have him host?
Yeah.
Or have Destroy from Shade 4-5, but have him maybe host it one night, because they bring the comedy element, and plus it's hip hop, and I'm like, oh man, that's a good idea. So now I'm looking. I just spoke to Bess not too long ago, see if he is interested.
That's dope.
And try to move it like that,
You should talk to Syph too, man. Syph Sound.
I know he's a but I think him more. I think he's more like he would ask for more right now.
I mean, hit him up. You don't know.
Yeah. Who knows, man?
No, I know. I did an event with him at Up and Down once before.
Yeah. He's good peoples though.
Yeah, but I don't know him personally. I'd rather talk like to get it going, like get its legs going. I'd rather talk to the people that I know.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
put money in their pocket. And then get it to a certain level where I can be like, hey, bring like the night that we had what's his name? Chris Rock's brother, Tony Rock. Like Chris Rock was there, you know, just sitting there, you know.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then, you know, have like artists in the building at the same time. So
Yeah.
I had that idea. I'm like, when these guys are showing me that, I'm like, wow, if I know these comedians and I have venues in Queens, why don't I make it happen and just put up the money myself?
That's
Sometimes you got to do those things.
You're kind of doing like a cool version of the Chappelle Show in a way, where you could probably have comedians and then an artist come perform.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not like it's it's not original idea, but in where we live in Astoria, they have nightclubs. They have lounges. They have hookah bars. They have strip clubs.
Everything.
They don't have any comedy shows.
Yeah.
You know, so then we started picking like local. There are comedians that are from Astoria, so start putting them on. Also,
That's
you know,
dope. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope because
trying to do something like that.
the one I was working is also on a Wednesday, and I was like, who the fuck is gonna show up on a Wednesday, right?
And they come, right?
And bro, we have a 7:30 show.
Yeah.
And then what happens is the first week he's like, yo, we got like 100 people. I'm like, okay, cool, because he's pretty known. He's been on Joe Rogan, Chelsea Lately, and all that shit. So I'm like, oh, but now he's filling it up to 300 people.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wow.
it's crazy. Like every week it was like 150, 175, 200, and I'm like, shit's getting filled up. And they're like, yo, can you do another show? He's like, nah. But it's that supply and demand shit he's doing. So I kind of get it.
That's dope, man.
And I think on a weekday to do a comedy show, it's better to do it earlier
It's like date
than
night
late
type
night.
shit.
Yeah,
Dinner
that's
time.
exactly
Dinner
what I
time.
was like. We'll open doors 8. Comedy shows start at 9. 10:30 the after party will start. 11 o'clock performance. By 12:30 doors close. You're out. You're back home.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a cool little date night.
Yeah,
thing.
people could go to work the next day.
Dope. That's dope shit. Keep us. Let us know if you have any artwork and stuff. We'll post it up when your episode
Yes.
comes out. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. What's up, baby?
What up?
Yo, Marty. So what are you doing? What you got?
I'm going to Tokyo for the first time.
Are you doing One Oak Tokyo?
No, I'm doing Zouk.
How long you out there for?
Just a few days.
Just a couple of days. You've been to Japan though, right?
Nah, never.
Never.
Never. First time.
Really?
You?
Yeah. I've been there.
How was it?
It's dope.
Any
Like the food
advice?
is amazing.
Yeah.
The people's amazing.
If you want a wingman, take Alex with you.
Alex.
I've been hearing Zouk Tokyo, right?
Yeah.
Are they open yet or they're opening?
No, they're open.
Open.
It's
They're
open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been hearing about it. One Oak Tokyo looks like it's cracking too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout to Sinatra and
yeah,
Sal.
it's
Right?
killing
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
Sal's out there.
Yeah, Sal. Yeah,
I saw a picture with Jesky,
Scram.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Jay-Z.
That was last
Sinatra.
week,
Yeah. I just saw that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Richie Kiva, I think, was there too. It was just like,
Yeah, I think that was Beyonce doing her run for the new music.
oh,
Yeah, she was
for the
doing
new
like
album.
Yeah, for her
Wow.
new album. Yeah,
Shit. This is great, man. You're going overseas. You're doing like, you're starting a little comedy tour. That's dope, man.
trying. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
want it to happen.
I appreciate y'all. I always got a lot. And Marty, I want to thank you, man. I've had so many technical difficulties, and he's had my back. When Rick Ross poured champagne on my
my
MacBook.
Lord.
I was like, get alcohol and do this,
Yeah.
do that. And
When did he do that?
Oh shit! Like
was a couple
years
years
ago.
ago.
Years
Oh.
ago, yeah. Probably before the pandemic.
2019, I believe.
Yeah.
Bel Air all over the place.
But yo,
sugar. And
If y'all ever have problems with your MacBook or anything,
Serato.
just hit up Marty Play. Especially if you're in New York. He always he already knows what's wrong. Like shit be fucking up on mine. He's like, oh no, you got to change this. You got to use that.
this version. Don't use that version. Yeah.
He always knows. But you always thank you, Marty. You're always looking out.
He
man.
gets my music back every time my laptop goes. My old laptop goes.
LB1, Marty Play. I love you guys, man.
Thank you
Love
so
you,
much,
I
Jim.
love
But
y'all.
thank you,
Thank
man.
you, guys.
And yo, and
Appreciate
I respect y'all. Y'all always putting the work in. Y'all always grinding, and y'all always staying humble and be, y'all have always been good peoples. Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Thanks.
Salud, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
If you want to watch more episodes from R.O.A.D Podcast, click either links on the left or the right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and get updated on new uploads throughout the week. Peace.